Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. I hope you all are doing well. I wanted to come on and share some thoughts with you concerning where we're going with Interfaith Wealth Builders. We are a team of individuals that live all over the United States, spreading into other countries. By the way, we have people that we work with in India, Nigeria, and so on. But the idea is to help uh, each and every one of us expand our businesses, to also help us to learn to grow our businesses in the areas that we are talented. Some of those talents for many of us that are working right now that you see on our poster is holistic areas, is spiritual areas. There's a lot to come in the spiritual areas. Rather than just us working in churches, it is the church going out into the street. It's not a religious type of thing; it's spiritual. And as we grow spiritually, what happens is that we can see the defining moments of who we are as manifestors rather than just people that are working. My dad is coming in hollering at the dog, so it's a real life here we have. But anyway, moving on from there, we are manifestors. I was talking to my nephew, and I love what I heard from him because he said that his father was asking him to get a job, and you know, the new generations are not looking at work, and some of them are not looking at working at all. In my family, my nieces and nephews, I look at how they can manifest, as my nephew brought into perspective in the conversation, which leads us to us building manifestors. Me, myself, I've known for a long time that I'm a leader. Leaders can be confused with managers. You can define manager and leadership yourself. My nephew telling me that he is a manifestor and he doesn't want to work as a slave means that he has the understanding that he has to manifest I'm not sure what happened. Maybe it was in the broadcast, but I was explaining the manifestors. And so, my nephew's idea on manifesting is that he will learn to work for himself. And so, with him working for himself, it takes the idea of, I guess, punching a timeline, a clock, people overseeing you. But what I saw most of all in him is that he has an idea and a vision of where he's going and who he is, which is what I'm bringing to the table and what I discuss with those that are in our group. It's not just me discussing, we have a number of people that are expert in. I believe in building individuals. I believe in looking at them and pulling what's inside of them out. So this is what you would get out of our leadership group. Some of the other things that we're discussing right now. Um, is 15 commandments to unconscious leadership, or conscious leadership, I should say. Unconsciousness is when you don't know who you are as a leader and you may work as a manager and life becomes frustrating because you don't know who you are. So, the consciousness of a leader means that they are beginning to understand what they bring to the table. And that's what I help those that I work with understand. So, all of those people that you see on the post are for sure there. Wonderful people, but they have an expertise in what they do. I even go to them for things that they do. Here's Destiny Driven. She's a creator. She tries to escape me often, but she's a beautiful person, and I won't let you escape me. I'll let you go on and do your business and not bother you, but I'm going to keep working at pulling that which is in you out, especially when you're a wonderful person like Destiny Driven, because sometimes we doubt ourselves so much that we have to have people that believe in us, and that's who I am. I believe in people because I remember dreams and visions that I had that people didn't believe in. I mean, I still deal with that. And so at this point, working with a team of people, helping them to believe in themselves is what we do when you look at that post or that picture of our group. So, moving forward, 15 commandments to conscious leadership. Consciousness means that you're aware of who you are, even if it's just one part of who you are. Like, I love myself, so I'm going to give love to others as a leader. What else are we looking at? While you're down there, Tara, you can just put something in the chat. Um, oh, yeah, today in our group, because we have a group where we have those team builders putting in information that they know or they found out about classes. And Naomi, you can go and look at her page. She just put in 3 free classes that are happening in DC, where people can learn how to market and sell their information, which is much to what I was talking about with my nephew. I didn't get into his product, but when life is starting over or we're having new beginnings, it's not the new beginning to do the same thing. Something has to change. I was talking to my family this weekend, and a lot of people don't understand that the seasons they always repeat. You know, at one point there was no buildings in the world or in America. These buildings, they become ruins. They become nothingness. And so what we have to do is realize that these things are going to happen. I might be sounding like I'm talking in code, but those that work with me in my leadership group and in my classes on Thursdays, they understand the conversation. You know, the reason why 2020 happened and why it's persisting, why things have not went back to what is called the norm, is because that is no more the norm. The way that people worked before, as I brought up with my nephew, it's not normal anymore. You have to find a new way to reach your audience, whether it is um, you know, if you're a nurse, if you're a doctor, you have to find a new way. And telehealth is the way with nurses and doctors, even in mental health. And that is my field. I just expand my field into the spiritual aspects because I'm able to look at information connected to the people, the time that they were born, that kind of thing, to help them to see the plan for their lives, because there is a plan for your life. So I think I've been on here just talking away and just saying what is true. And I'm not going to keep you guys, but building your business from a spiritual standpoint, a business where it's going to last, because everything with God, the Spirit, it lasts. Anything that is just built in the world, it is finite. We want to look at what is infinite, what's going to last forever. And we know that buildings themselves are finite. After a building is built, a business is built, you have to keep adding to it to keep the structure going, which means that you got to tap into that consciousness. So there's nothing separated. Even when I come on and I might do something that has to do with a birth date or a chart, I'm looking at the proverbs and the wisdom of the ages when I bring that information into perspective, because it all comes together and it meshes with the time, the seasons that we're in. The seasons that we're in have to do with the universe. They have to do with the sky. They have to do with the earth. All of this is one. You can't separate it. So become a part of the work that we're doing. Share your expertise, or even come in and become sharpened. Don't be intimidated. All of us are learning, and that's what I love about our group, is that we're learning. We're learning together. And as I said, you know, destiny driven. Her name is Tara. She does farming. Farming is something that's coming up right now where everyone should be working in their gardens to bring forth their food, because the illusion that is being given is that we're running out of food. You could never run out of food as long as you have land. Now that's business, isn't it? So you can't separate it for those who say, wow, she's going from one thing to another. I go from one thing to another because I know so much. I don't just know, I know that it's relevant to the people. I don't know everything. That's why I bring people into perspective that I know so that they can give you their understanding of that area, such as we have Diva Farming. Twyla, she does financial literacy. We have Ashley, who does business coaching. Nye is doing meditations for emotions. Kamoy Knight, she does readings. Excellent young lady, one that I started with. Who else? Alana, she has her expertise in doing readings as well. We're still pushing her in that area, but she's very savvy with numbers. We have Lee. Lee is in the military, but he's coaching men as well. And so there's Jasmine. Jasmine is a travel consultant. Grow from all that God gives us. That's right. And you know, don't let God just be something that you say and talk about. Let God be action in your life, in everything that you do and build, all that you study. Let God grow in your life in that perspective. Jasmine is a travel consultant. She can tell you about deals on traveling. Who else is on there? That I may have missed. I think I got everyone. I don't like to leave anybody out because that's one of the biggest, issues. Well, oh, Honora can do so much that I don't even want to tell you guys that. But business wise, she's pretty savvy across the board. Yeah, grow. Yeah. So anyway, you guys connect with us. We'll be in our team meeting tomorrow. It's every Tuesday at 6:30 Eastern and Pacific. You can email me at ifwbuilders@gmail.com. And you can become a part wherever you are in the world. We're grasping that concept because we want to connect with people everywhere and, encourage them to do what they do and grow what they grow and believe in themselves more than anything, because that's where you make your money. You become an investor of yourself. You invest time in yourself to believe in yourself, and the growth becomes one. It also grows outside of you, the external part of you. And so I think we're going to leave it there and say thank you. And I thank God for the group that I am in, and I thank God for the idea of creating it. So you guys be blessed, and thank you for listening and sharing. Bye bye.